Good morning. It's Vijay here. Welcome to Monday, 23rd June 2025, the pre-market commentary where we talk about what happened the day after. Yesterday, I had made a video, a special video, weekend video, and in my opinion, it was for me one of the most, let's say, heartwarming video in terms of the kind of data which I had given. And sure enough, I got a lot of feedback saying the data and analysis and the logic was very different from what the other fear mongers were going about doing. Even this morning, they're hearing a lot of fear mongering, but I stand by my analysis, which is that one should be looking at opportunities rather than getting scared. So today is the day after, and look at price as I call Bhav Bhagwaan Che. Bhav Bhagwaan Che in Gujarati means price is God. So how the prices move, that is how we should move, and the prices will tell us. Do not worry too much about what happens in the gift nifty or even the first 1 hour, and then the prices will settle down, in my opinion. So US futures at one point of time, apparently they were 400 and odd points down. They are now 200 points down. Crude surged about 4%, but it didn't go to 80. It is down now to around 77, which it was last week. So Donald Trump is thinking of a regime change, but I think the mullahs, as I said yesterday, that they will do all within their power to see that there will be no regime change. What is in their power is whether they should attack US based bases in the Gulf, and I think that will create a regime change. I don't think they will do it. Yesterday I mentioned their bark will be worse than their bite. So gift nifty is lower, and I think that is giving us a opportunity to buy. And oil minister says a large volume of supplies do not come through the Strait of Hormuz now. That is because we no longer buy Iran oil because of the sanctions put by US. So what other update is there? Then oil marketing companies, you have got supplies of several weeks. I don't think one should be even looking at that problem because, as I said, even Saudi Arabia market came down yesterday. Normally, Saudi Arabia market should have gone up because if oil is going to go to 100, 150, 200 as what the pessimists and the fear mongers are talking about, then Saudi Arabia market, which is Saudi Arabia, which is a big supplier of oil, should have really gone up, which it did. So there is a signal there. Israel market went up, which should have gone down. Saudi Arabia market went down, which should have gone up. So that is as far as the US, as far as oil is concerned. A very important statement coming from the US VP. He says we are not at war with Iran, but its nuclear program. So if Trump has already said that they've destroyed the Iranian nuclear program, there is no reason for America to restart bombing in this week or further, unless Iran commits suicide by trying to bomb American bases. So the US State Secretary has asked the Chinese government to call Iran about the Strait of Hormuz. I'm pretty sure, as I mentioned yesterday, the Strait of Hormuz will be available for transport. There will be nothing which will deter, the smooth flow of transport in Strait of Hormuz, because, as I said, Iran will be the most affected by closing the Strait of Hormuz. And then Iran's UN ambassador says Iran military will decide the timing, nature, and scale of its response. Basically, it means that we are not going to do anything. Today, the Iranian foreign minister is meeting Putin. I'm sure Putin will advise the same. He had advised Iranian regime some time ago that do not do anything which will make your regime go under. So I'm sure that will be the same message which Putin will convey again to the Iranian foreign minister. So here is Trump boasting about, saying that the biggest damage took place far below ground level, bullseye, and obliteration is an accurate term. So basically, Donald Trump is convinced that they have destroyed the nuclear capabilities of Iran. So that's good for us, because once somebody who's powerful thinks that his job is done, then there will be no excuse for him to come back and bomb. And Vice President Vance has already talked about just the war is not with Iran, but with the nuclear program of Iran. Then this side you have Iran is claiming no serious damage at Fordo. So basically both are claiming victory, like what happened between India and Pakistan some time ago after the Pahalgam incident. Both of us claimed victory. So that's it. There will be no more normally there should be no more, problem between Iran and US. So how did India perform with rest of week? Last week was a good week. Kospi, of course, was the best with 4.4. India was there at 1.59. Others were very lackluster. Nikkei did well, reasonably well at 0.89. FTSE came down, and CAC was the biggest loser at 1.24. So India has done very well last week, specifically on Friday. If Friday's rally was not there, probably we would be in the negative for the week. So what are the stocks to watch today? On the positive side, people are going to buy Oil India and ONGC because they think the crude prices will remain stable to high, which I think is a mistake for people to make, but still that's how it is. HAL, I think they've got some order from ISRO, so that may be under focus. BEL is securing additional orders. BEL is a very good company, but I think it is overpriced at this level. It is like NTPC. NTPC is a very good company, but it is not going anywhere between 320 to 360. So, therefore, I don't know whether one should be looking at BEL, but we don't have BEL, neither HAL nor Oil India, ONGC. Accenture, they've trimmed their outlook, so it fell. The stock fell 7%. So there may be an impact on IT, especially Infosys and TCS, because they are also in the same domain. Granules, again, they've got some observation from US FDA. Granules is a good company, they've got a good product, but I think their processes are under question now. Once they rectify that, then I think there is good future for that. We used to own Granules at one point of time, we don't own it. Soon after that, US FDA warning came sometime, some few months ago, we got out of it. The other stocks which may be in limelight is Godrej Properties, because they sold homes worth about 2,000 crores at the launch itself in the Godrej MSR City in Bangalore. S Bank also may be in limelight because they record about 201 crores as one-time settlement from a non-performing borrower. So at the end of the day, I think what we should do is simple: follow the money. I feel the money will be putting on the positive side rather than on the negative side. So we continue to hold our view, which is bullish. We also continue to hold all our stocks, and we are hoping for a better 3 months ahead. So whatever you do, I hope it is successful. Thank you for joining me.